Hello everyone, today we're making square number 11 for our 2025 sampler blanket. This square is called the Nubby pattern. I'm using my very worst for wear Stylecraft Special DK, my corresponding hook which is 4mm. You'll need your scissors, darning needle and most importantly a ruler or a tape measure, because I have to measure the size of these squares to get them as close as possible to each other. We are doing this project in US terminology, and the chain multiple for this pattern is 2. I've had a little play already and found that 24 chain was just too long once I had done the foundation row of double crochet, so I'm going to use 22 chains. My little squares are all 13 centimeters long and wide. So with yarn end in your right hand making a loop, pull up a loop with your hook. There you have a movable slip stitch. Yarn over, pulling through to make a chain. Go off and do your required amount of chains and I'll meet you back here soon. That's 20, 21 and 22. Measuring it up, it is a bit bigger than the 13 centimeters, which is great because we need some chains at the end as a turning chain. So our foundation row is going to be made of double crochets. We're going to start in the 3rd chain from the hook. You can see that the top side of the chain has little V's and the back side has little bumps. I work into the back side and that's just my preference. You do it whichever way you're comfortable with. Now counting these chains, we don't count the loop on the hook. We count 1, 2 and we find the 3rd one from the hook. We're going to yarn over, pop our hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 for a double crochet. Yarn over, pop your hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And now work a double crochet into each chain of the row. Now you can see that this row of double crochets has worked up just about perfectly at 13 centimeters. So that's all good, and we'll work our way onto the next row. For row number 2, we're going to start off with 1 chain, turn our work and do a single crochet into that stitch directly below. Now we're going to do a treble crochet. So this is the first time we've used a treble stitch in this series of crochet squares. So we yarn over twice on the hook. We pop our hook into the top of the double crochet below, we pull up a loop, we yarn over, we pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. The next stitch is going to be a single crochet. The next stitch is going to be a treble. Yarn over twice, pop your hook in the stitch and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're going to do single crochet next. Now it's up to treble. Yarn over twice, popping your hook in the top of that double crochet below, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now it's a single crochet. Next one is a treble, and we are just going to alternate these 2 stitches all along the row. Single crochet, treble crochet, single, treble, 1, 2 and 3, single, treble and single. And that's exactly how we want to end this row, is with a single crochet. To start row 3, we do 2 chains, and this chain actually counts as a double crochet. So turning your work, yarn over, and we're going to skip that stitch below because that's where this double crochet chain is, and work into the next stitch with a double crochet. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 for double crochet. Now we're going to double crochet into each stitch across the row. So we're going into the area that's in between both those nubs, you'll see, and that is your single crochet from below. Then we do a double crochet into the top of where that treble was made. Now we're going into the single crochet from below. Now we go into the top of the treble from below. Single crochet, treble crochet, doing double crochets all along, into the treble and into the single. So that's row 3 done. This time we do 1 chain and turn our work, and we're going to work a single crochet into the stitch directly below. Now we're going to do that treble again. Yarn over twice, pop your hook through the double crochet below, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're going to do a single crochet and then a treble crochet, a single crochet and a treble crochet, single, treble, single and treble, working your way along, alternating these 2 stitches. Treble, and you want to be always ending on a single. So if it looks a bit funny and you're not quite sure, is there a spare stitch at the end? There is. It's that chain 2 that we made to represent the double crochet. So you go into the top of that one with a single crochet. Now we do 2 chain and turn our work. Remember, this chain is acting as a double crochet, so we don't use the stitch directly below. Yarn over and going into the top of the treble. It's actually where the little nubble is. It's a funny little thing. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, working your double crochets across. I'm stopping to check my work, and this little square is working out beautifully at the 13 centimetre mark. So I know now that I can go along and crochet until I'm nearly at the correct length. For the next row, we just need chain 1 and turn. Then we're doing single crochet in the stitch below. Then treble and single crochet, treble, single crochet, treble, single crochet, and go along and finish this row, and I'll meet you back at the end. Remembering to finish this row with a single crochet into that 2 chain stitch. Now we're going to do 2 chains and turn our work, remembering not to do a double crochet into the bottom of that chain 2 stitch. Okay, double crochet goes straight into the top of that treble. Just a little reminder. So go ahead and continue on with your work, and I'll meet up with you a little bit further down the track. 12 centimetres. I've only got 1 centimetre to go, which is probably only 1 row. So we need to do 2 chains here, turn our work, skipping that first space below, yarn over and into the top of the treble from below we do double crochet, into the single crochet, into the treble, into the single, into the treble. This one really has worked up quickly with the double crochet sized row. Most things we've been making so far have had single crochet sized rows, but this one has been extra quick. And I'm really liking the little nubbles. I love the texture. Okay, let's measure up here, and it's just about perfectly on 13 centimetres, just a titch below, but it does have some stretch in the lengthwise. So that little nubble square is done. Let's snip off our yarn, pull that yarn through, weave in the ends, and I'll be back in a tick. Look at this. The nubby pattern fits in perfectly with our theme. We're getting there, you guys. I'm loving how it's growing and just can't wait till one day when we're joining them all together. Isn't it going to be beautiful? All right, I will see you again really soon for square number 12. Bye for now.